Sarah Fleming from Prepare to Die Papercrafts, and I'm going to show you how to make a shimmer paint resist card today. I'm going to use this Happiness Surround stamp set and Snowfall Thinlits dies. The last day that you can get these products and the Snow is Glistening stamp set and the Snowflake trinkets is Friday, November 30th. So make sure you get your orders in by then or else you miss out on them, because this is limited time stuff and it won't be back that we know of. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Happiness Surround stamp set, and oh, I already have it mounted. So the first thing we're going to do, I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I'm going to stamp on the paper in Shimmer White, or in Frost White shimmer paint. I cannot speak today. And the Frost White is a little bit runnier than the other paint, so just make sure that you're aware of that. It comes out fast. And so just put a little bit on a clear block, and then I'm just going to sponge it onto my stamp. Once it gets to where it looks like this, you can actually just like stamp right into that and then stamp. But right now, when I have the big globs, I got to pull those on with the sponge. And this is paint, and after you stamp, you really need to clean your stamp right away. And I usually just wash them under running water, but I'll be cleaning them with baby wipes on video. I get a little bit more paint because I want this to come on a little bit thicker. I love the Frost White, but it is thinner than the other shimmer paints that we carry. We also have Vegas Gold, Bright Copper, and Champagne Mist. Champagne Mist is kind of more of a, I don't know, kind of a Wink of Stella look. Okay, so I've got that lined up, and now I want to stamp this straight up and down, which I think this is. And I'm going to really push down on there to make sure I get that paint on there, but don't leave it on too long or then it sticks. And okay, so there you go. And in case you can't see that, that's what it looks like there. And we're going to let that dry for a second. Okay, my paint has dried, and so now I have a Bermuda Bay ink pad, and I'm going to just sponge Bermuda Bay all over that dried shimmer paint. And I like to kind of rub off on my grid paper first before I start sponging, or else you get like these big dark splotches. And I like to kind of make it an even halo all the way around. So I want to make sure that all of my little tips get sponged over. And then I also want to make sure that all the way around is kind of even. And you just keep sponging just as if you were doing emboss resist. I know a lot of people prefer sponge daubers. I do not. I've never had good luck with sponge daubers. A lot of people just make it look so effortless, and I don't know how, because I can't make them work for me. So I like our stamping sponges, and I have one for every color, because you can buy the 3-pack of sponges. They're something like $3.50. I'm going to go ahead and sponge the middle just to make sure I get any there. We're going to cover that anyway. I'm going to come around here just because there's a little bit more on the right side. Okay, so a little uneven there, but that's all right. You get the picture. Okay, so we're going to stamp this stamp right here in, let's see, that one's Pool Party. The paper is Coastal Cabana. Okay, so I'm going to stamp in Pool Party. I'm using 3 colors of our bright blues right now. So I'm stamping Pool Party. And I want to show you the die I'm using to cut this out is this one right here. And it also cuts out this snowflake. Bigger. So this snowflake also is cut out with the same die. So just so you're aware of that the Snow is Glistening and Happiness Surrounds both coordinate with the same die set. I've already cut that out, so I'm just gonna put that up on some dimensionals. Actually, with such tight space back here, I should probably be using the baby dimensionals, but this will work. And so I'm gonna put that right in the middle of my stamp, and I'm gonna line up the little points of this, because you can use these for leaves too, but I'm using them as a snowflake. I'm going to line up the points with these little flourishes that are going out. And then after that, we've got our die cut. Okay, so I've got a piece of Coastal Cabana, and I cut that out with this die. Really pretty little detailed snowflake. And I've already done that, so that's here. And then I'm just going to glue that down. And then we're going to put one of the little trinkets in the middle. I'm not gluing down the ends, and I'm alternating it so that the tips, or I'm kind of turning it so that the tips of this one, you know, are or diagonal from the tips of the snowflake behind. And then I need the little trinkets. And there are two different ones. There's that one, and then this one, which actually has a rhinestone in the middle too. And I'm using that one. And these are pretty heavy. I mean, they're pretty sturdy. So I'm going to go with 3 glue dots on the back of this one. And then again, I'm going to cross it so that my diagonals go with the one that I just put it on. So that's a nice little center for your Shimmer Paint Resist Snowflake. And now we just need a sentiment, which I have mounted. And it's right here. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that in Bermuda Bay. Right down there. And that's from the Happiness Surround stamp set also. And I'm going to round the corners, and so you can see how pretty that shimmer is that comes through. This is the Detailed Trio Punch. I use this on a lot of cards. So I just keep it right on my desk. I don't even bother to put it away. So I'm just rounding the corners. Oh, I messed that one up. There we go. You can also do a slot punch on that one, or punch this little floral decoration there. And then we're going to stick that on our Bermuda Bay card base. And I'm sticking it on with dimensionals, which I just had in my hands. And now they're gone, but I have another pack. I have another sheet of them right here. I don't know how I could have lost them in the last 30 seconds, but I did. And after that, our card is done. You could embellish more. You could put some rhinestones on, which I'm usually apt to do, but I don't really think it needs it because you've got that really beautiful shimmer with the shimmer paint. And then another thing that you could do is you could, you know, put some shimmer paint in a spritzer with 70% alcohol. Don't do 90% because I learned the hard way that that will model up and it won't work for you more than once. It'll work the first time, and then after that it won't. You could put some shimmer paint like the same color or the champagne mist in a spritzer bottle with alcohol and water, or a little bit of water, and then just spritz it all over your background just to get a little bit more shimmer on there. But there is our card, and we're done. Thanks. I will see you next time. All the supplies are listed below. And if you want to subscribe to any of my things that I have, like my newsletter, my blog, and all that, my links are in the top right corner in the banner. Thanks. Bye-bye.